Hello, you're watching News Desk. My name is Darrell Kwao. Time for business. The Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority, DVLA, has begun an operation to impound all commercial vehicles that fail to meet the Public Transport Service standard. The move is part of the authority's quest to ensure roadworthy regulations are strictly adhered to. 20 commercial vehicles were impounded for various violations. There's more in this report.
The Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority, DVLA, is currently enhancing efforts to make passengers and commuters of commercial vehicles comfortable by enforcing all regulations on standards. The National Task Force Coordinator at the DVLA, Joseph Clifford Obosu, explains to Joy Business the support of all stakeholders is needed to ensure that the law is strictly enforced.
Not that it is not roadworthy, but he does not comply to the road traffic regulations. You see, this type of car should take 19, but they've made it 23. You see the point now? We are not talking of the roadworthiness yet, but we are talking of the seating arrangement and the number of persons that he should take.
Here are some drivers whose vehicles were impounded during the operations, denying knowledge of any such law.
I took all your G license for car, any roadworthy for car.
Roadworthy na dia nyame me ka wona me enen tres yar ma ko fa ka nti ni mu bia nti me lance na waje hwe keke na ode ka na ma me.
Okay. And yeah, abansen say den obey.
Say me ko boka wona ma ne na yeah dey we no.
Okay. So what he's trying to say is that he had no idea about the number of people that are supposed to be in the vehicle. So he's now going to talk to his car owner.
Clifford Obosu, however, debunked the claim.
Oh, they know it intentionally because of maybe out of anger, or they know it because I think almost all the branches in Greater Accra here, we have gone there. We are yet to complete some. Kaswa areas and Medina, that area we have not covered there. But we have covered a lot of. And this is not the first time we are appearing in other media.
Some passengers encouraged the authority to go ahead with the enforcement in order to ensure their safety.
We don't feel comfortable at all because the seats, because of the seat, even I have a leg problem. One of the seats dropped back and it hit mine. So I have a problem with my leg now because of this car.
I heard the man say that when they come at first they conform, but later when they give them the license and they go to the magazines to now reconstruct the vehicles. I think if they can enforce and randomly select vehicles and seize their licenses and those things, I think it's very helpful. It's a very good exercise which will help all of us all.
It will be 70 centimeters, but now it is what? It's 55. It should be 70, but looking to this car, it's 55. So it's really inconvenient the passengers who normally board these cars.
Ibn Sabote's report for Joy Business.
In other business news this morning, Christine Lagarde has said she will step down as Managing Director of the International Monetary Fund. It comes ahead of a decision on her nomination to become head of the European Central Bank. Ms. Lagarde says she would leave the IMF on the 12th of September. This next report takes a look at her legacy.
After 8 years as Managing Director of the International Monetary Fund, IMF, Christine Lagarde is up for a new challenge. She will be heading the European Central Bank in November 1. Her tenure at the fund was not without challenges, but she served the institution and became a consummate diplomat, communicator, and a global icon. Madame Lagarde has been described by many as a unique leader. Her biggest achievement will perhaps be climbing to the top as the first female head, a former French finance minister, after replacing Dominique Strauss-Kahn from her home country. Reports say during her tenure, Lagarde focused on effective communication. She is also said to have softened perceptions of the fund as solely focused on fiscal austerity and serving principally the interest of public and private creditors. She is also said to have expanded public understanding of the IMF on substance. Under Lagarde's leadership, the fund expanded and streamlined its lending instruments and upgraded its attention to financial issues, both structural and behavioral. She also revived the fund's focus on combating corruption and expanded its contributions to public policy debates on climate change, gender inclusion and income equality. 63-year-old Christine Lagarde departs from the IMF leaving an impressive legacy, but the survival and enhancement of the legacy is far from assured.
And that's it for business. Sports is up next. Stay tuned.